rin yung iba. Okay, so we are now on the fourth day ba? Or fifth day? Ano na ngayon? July, July 5. So we are now on the fifth day of our final coaching. So still we are here in the we are still in the criminal law and jurisprudence. So mastery na to ngayon, di ba? Nasa mastery stage na tayo kasi nga this is the identification type of exam para makita ko yung progress ninyo or makita ko rin yung knowledge kung ano na talaga yung alam ninyo. Okay, pagdating sa board exam. Kapag nakakuha ka ng sabihin natin 70 out of 100 dito or 60 out of 100, ibig sabihin ready ka na. Kapag below that, meaning kailangan mo pa magbasa or kailangan mo pa um, kailangan mo pa mag double time or mag triple time. Okay, sige. We will start with question number one. Sinong pwede magbasa dito? Okay, bakit may mga pangalan na Leo lang? Wait na muna class before tayo mag-start. Yung iba, paki-change ng pangalan niyo after 5 minutes kapag hindi naka-follow yan sa standard natin na pangalan. So, automatic tanggalin natin dito sa klase. Okay? Sige. We will start with question number one. Let's have, sinong pwede? Okay, let's have Saburdo. Okay, Saburdo, can you read question number one, please?
Number one, it is the authority to hear and try a particular offense and impose the punishment for it. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so what is your answer? Pakibigay ng sagot mo. What is your answer for number one? Nawala na siya, no? Nawala na siya? Okay, so again class, pagbasa nyo ng tanong, okay, so syempre ibigay nyo rin yung sagot ninyo. Okay, so again, that is our routine for tonight. Okay, para makita natin kung ano ba talaga yung sagot ninyo. Okay, so for question number one, nakalagay dito, so it is the authority to hear, try a particular offense and impose the punishment for it. So ang sagot natin dyan, that is criminal jurisdiction or jurisdiction lang, that is correct. Okay, again, ulitin natin. For question number one, ang sagot natin is criminal jurisdiction or jurisdiction. So pag sinabi kasi nating jurisdiction, nanggaling yan sa term na juris, which means law, and of course diction, meaning I speak. So that's why literally class, kapag hinahanap nila sa board exam, what is the literal definition of jurisdiction? Meaning I speak of law, kasi again, juris means law and diction means I speak. So I speak of law. But pag hinanap naman nila ang kaniyang legal definition, meaning class, ang isasagot ninyo, that is the authority of the court to hear, try, and decide cases or to settle dispute and actual controversy. So that is the jurisdiction. So syempre, mamaya, paano ba natin ma-acquired ang jurisdiction class? Okay, so meron tayong three types of jurisdiction, di ba? Ano yung three types of jurisdiction na meron tayo? Paki-comment nga sa comment ano natin. Okay, so ano ba yung ating ano? Uh, wait lang, auto lang. Wait minutes pa. Okay, so what are the three types of jurisdiction? So ang acronym na ginagamit natin doon class is the ano yun? SPP. Okay, so ang SPP class, yung letter S, that stands for subject matter. Meaning ang subject matter class, whether it is homicide, murder, parricide, infanticide, and etc. So that is jurisdiction over subject matter. Siyempre, kapag sa subject matter, 6 years below, that is the jurisdiction of the Municipal Trial Court or the MTC. Then 6 years up, that is the jurisdiction of the Regional Trial Court. So again, yung letter S, that stands for subject matter. Then in letter P, what is letter P? Okay, so that is jurisdiction over the person. So paano natin makuha ngayon, sir, ang jurisdiction over the person? Siyempre, makukuha natin yan by arresting a person, meaning through the virtue of warrant of arrest, or nag-voluntary surrender siya ngayon sa ating authorities. So makukuha na ngayon ang jurisdiction over that person. Then another P is the the place. Okay, the place of the commission of the offense, it determines the jurisdiction as well as syempre yung venue na tinatawag natin. So again, ulitin natin. Tandaan nyo lang, pag sinabi natin jurisdiction, literally meaning word by word, that is, juris means law and diction means I speak. So I speak of law, the literal definition of jurisdiction. While ang kanyang legal definition, that is the power and authority of the court to hear, try, and decide cases. Then we have three types of jurisdiction or to acquire jurisdiction. We have jurisdiction over subject matter, jurisdiction over person, and of course, jurisdiction over the place of the commission of the offense. So we have the acronym SPP. Okay, don't forget yung SPP. So again, majority got the correct answer for question number 1. Syempre class, ang always nakakambal the jurisdiction or they go in pair, palagi si venue naman, di ba? Si venue, syempre, that is the place or that is the situs or that is the geographical division where the trial and hearing should took place. Again, yung venue, meaning that is the geographical division, that is the place, that is the situs where the trial and hearing should took place. So paano natin malalaman ngayon ang venue ng trial and hearing? Siyempre, general rule where the trial or where the crime happened or where the crime took place, it determines the venue of the crime. Meaning kung saan nangyari ang krimen, doon natin titingnan or doon mangyayari ang trial and hearing. So that is the general rule. Pero kapag makita ng ano natin, ng state natin or ng judicial system natin class na posible na magkaroon ng miscarriage of justice, syempre pwede na lang ilipat on different areas yung venue ng trial and hearing. Sa halimbawa, pwedeng mabayaran ang judges na maghahawak ng kaso. That's why, pwede nating ilipat yon sa kabilang lugar, okay, for the purpose to avoid yung miscarriage of justice. Katulad ng nangyari sa Mama sa Pano Massacre, di ba? Nangyari doon sa Maguindanao, if I'm not mistaken. Then after that, ang trial and hearing nangyari in CR. So, kaya nga that is to avoid the miscarriage of justice. Okay? Naintindihan? Uh, ano ba? Kamusta yung boses? Clear ba or baka basag? O ano? Bakit may dalawa is ano daw, basag daw? Baka sa signal ninyo class, yung iba? Okay, baka
Lalab,
sa
sir.
signal ninyo.
Lalab.
Clear naman. Okay, baka sa signal ninyo. Okay, sige. Let's start with let's proceed now with question number 2. Okay, for question number 2, sinong pwede magbasa dito for question number 2? Okay, dito tayo si Kaymor.
Ano
Okay,
lang, sir.
Kaymor, can you read number 2 please? Okay, then after that si ano na. Okay, Kaymor, go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Number 2, it is the power to hear and determine cases of general class to which the proceedings in question belong. Answer ko po, sir, is jurisdiction. Thank you po.
Jurisdiction. Okay, so what is your answer, class? Sabi niya dito, specific ang tanong nga, it is the power to hear and determine cases of general class to which the proceedings in question belong. Okay, what is that? Okay, so again, we are not talking about the kinds of jurisdiction here. Ay, sorry. Ano yung sagot natin dito? Hindi yung sa GOLEC, ha? What is your answer for question number 2? Okay, so ang sagot natin dyan, class, the power to hear and determine case of general class, that is jurisdiction over subject matter. Okay, again, the answer for question number 2, that is jurisdiction over subject matter. Sabi nakalagay dito kasi, to determine cases of general class to which the proceedings in question belong. So meaning, nakafocus yan on the subject matter. Meaning, hindi ka pwedeng mag-file sa MTC kapag 6 years up. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-file sa RTC kapag that is 6 years below. So again, that is jurisdiction over subject matter. Hinay coach, di masabtan. Ha? Parang ang lakas naman ang boses ko. Mahina ba yung ano ba? Yung boses ko, class? Ano daw? Tingin daw.
Naglalag po minsan, sir.
Naglalag? Ano nangyari dito? Okay, so yung sa iba, hindi ba clear naman?
Sir.
Ah,
Naglalag, sir, naglalag.
baka sa signal. Okay, so yun. So again, it is the power to hear and determine cases of general class to which the proceedings in question belong. So that is jurisdiction over subject matter. Okay, so yan. Kung putol-putol class, ibig sabihin sa signal nyo yan. Okay, so again, that is number two, that is jurisdiction over the subject matter. Okay, next, number three. Can you read? Sinong pwede dito? Okay, Cervantes. Okay, number three, please. Sana si Cervantes? Wala. Ay, wala. Okay, how about, sorry, Galore. Okay, Galore, can you read number three?
Afternoon, sir. The information complaint should be filed in courts where the offense was committed. What is this type of jurisdiction? Venue, sir.
Okay, what is your answer?
Venue, sir. Venue.
Venue. Okay, sabi niya dito, number three, the information or complaint should be filed in courts where the offenses was committed. What is this type of jurisdiction? What is that? Okay, number three, what is your answer for question number three? Territorial. Okay, for question number three, the answer, of course, that is jurisdiction. Okay, over territory. Okay, or place. Okay, again, ulitin natin, class. Ang sagot natin dyan, jurisdiction over territory, of course, or place. So again, that is, sabi niya kasi, where the offense was committed. So again, that is jurisdiction over territory or jurisdiction over the place. So again, that is number three. Okay, very good. So majority got the correct answer. Okay, jurisdiction over territory. Next, number four. Cuando? Okay, cuando number four, please.
Jurisdiction which pertains to the fact that the accused must be brought in court, whether through arrest or his voluntary submission to the court. What is this type of jurisdiction? Jurisdiction over the person's accuser.
Okay, what is your answer, class? Jurisdiction which pertains to the fact that the accused must be brought in court, whether through arrest or his voluntary submission to the court. What is this type of jurisdiction? Okay, so syempre that is jurisdiction over person. Okay, so again, ulitin natin ang sagot natin dito for question number four. That is jurisdiction. Check lang ba territorial jurisdiction or wrong, sir? Ano lang, ano yan? No, no. Jurisdiction over territory or place. Okay, so yeah. Again, that is jurisdiction over the person for question number four. Kasi sabi niya dito, paano ba natin makuha yung jurisdiction over the person? Siyempre, by arresting him or by voluntary submission to the court. So that's why, ang sagot natin dyan, that is jurisdiction over the person. Okay? Majority got the correct answer. Sige, Brenica Mayet, go ahead for question number five.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
It is the concern with procedural steps through which criminal process. What is this procedure? Criminal procedure, sir.
Okay, so number five. Okay, so it is concerned with procedural steps through which criminal process. So what is this process? Or what is this procedure? Ang tawag natin dyan, of course, that is the criminal procedure. Okay, again, number five, that is criminal procedure. The other term, class, for criminal procedure, pwede rin yung isagot dyan, is the criminal process. Okay, again, ulitin natin. Pwede yung isagot ang criminal procedure or criminal process, meaning, class, That is the steps through which the criminal passes, di ba, from the filing of the case until the judgment or under the administration of judgment. So, syempre, criminal procedure natin, class, any violation of the procedure is tantamount to the dismissal of the case. So, dapat magkakasunod talaga or tama no, magkasunod-sunod ng ating steps in the criminal procedure. Kasi pag nagkamali ka doon, class, syempre, that is tantamount to the dismissal of the case. So, again, that is criminal procedure. Okay, next, number 6. Ano naman? Sinong pwede for number 6? Torrejos? Ay, sige, ano muna? Si Alingon. Alingon Mike, go ahead, number 6.
Audible po, sir.
Yes, yes.
Number 6. Those in which an action is entitled or has a first source of existence. What is this concept of jurisdiction? Original
Okay,
po, sir.
sige. What is your answer, class? Sabi niya dito,
Original.
those in which an action is initiated or has its first source of existence. Okay. So what is the concept of jurisdiction? Siyempre, ang sagot natin dyan, that is the original jurisdiction. Okay, again, ulitin natin. So sa GOLEC, siyempre, we have the GOLEC in general. Okay, so we have the original, the appellate, limited, exclusive, and of course, the concurrent. So again, those in which an action is initiated or first source of existence, meaning kung saan mo unang final ang kaso na yan. So again, sila yung may tinatawag natin, class, na original jurisdiction. Okay, very good. Okay, so majority get the correct answer. Okay, next, number 7. Okay, number 7. Can you read, okay, can you answer, rather, si, ano naman, si Torrejos. Torrejos, number 7. Wala si Torrejos? Wala? Okay, si ano na lang, si Hanilu. Okay, Hanilu, go ahead, number 7.
Good evening, Coach.
Good evening.
A concept of jurisdiction which pertains to the courts, which takes cognizance of all civil and criminal cases, except those assigned to special courts. What is this concept of jurisdiction? General jurisdiction po.
Okay, thank you. So what is your answer, class? Sabi niya dito, a concept of jurisdiction which pertains to courts which take cognizance of all civil and criminal cases. So you underline or you bold yung word na all, except those assigned to special courts. What is this concept of jurisdiction? Ang sagot natin dyan, that is general jurisdiction. Kasi all. Okay, so ayan. That is general jurisdiction ang sagot natin for number 7. Meaning whether it is a civil case or criminal case, so they take cognizance of it. Meaning, ina-accept nila yan. Okay? So next, number 8. Si Deatras. Okay, Deatras, number 8, please. Please answer.
Good evening, Coach.
Good evening.
Give an example of first level court. Municipal trial court, sir.
Okay, so municipal trial court or pwede nating sagot dyan. Okay, sorry. Bakit hindi makita dito? Okay, so pwede, bakit 9 na to? Okay, so sagot natin dyan, pwedeng MTC, pwedeng ano pa? MCTC, MNTC, and okay, so ayan. Okay, so and so on. Okay, so again, ulitin natin. So a first level court class, syempre, we have the MTC, MCTC, MNTC, and so on. Okay, then of course, MTCC and Parader. Okay, so Metropolitan, Municipal Trial Court, Municipal Circuit Trial Courts, Metropolitan Trial Courts in cities, and ano yung MTCC? Okay, that is Metropolitan Circuit Trial Court. Pag sinabi natin class Metropolitan Circuit Trial Court, meaning yung 2 or more municipalities or cities are sharing the same municipal courts. Okay, so still first level court pa rin yan sila. Naintindihan ba? Okay, next number ano na tayo? Number 9. Okay, number 9, can you read, can you answer? Talingting.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Sige, number 9.
Give an example of second level court. My answer is, sir, is RTC.
Okay, so the second level court example, of course, we have the RTC, or that is the highest trial court in the country. The former name of RTC, so syempre, that is the Court of First Instance. Okay, so next we have Guri, number 10. Number 10, please. Wala si
Good evening,
Guri.
sir.
Okay, nandyan. Okay, sige, go ahead.
An offense involves a maximum possible penalty of reclusion perpetua. Where would the prosecutor generally file the information?
Okay, what is your answer?
Sir,
Saan ba natin fina-file ang information? Siyempre, di ba, sa korte. So, what particular court? Okay, so ang sagot natin is the Regional Trial Court. Okay, so again, so Regional Trial Court. So tara nyo class, ang complaint, pinafiled natin yan in the prosecutor's office, while ang kaso class, okay, ang pinafile natin yan in the Regional Trial Court. Okay, so yan. Bakit palit ng palit yung mga nag-attend sa Zoom? Baka may inuna pa sila ng mga ginawa. So, dapat expected ko ngayon Sabado, dapat marami, no? Pero tingnan nyo, 140 na lang out of ang daming naka-enroll ngayon sa final coaching class. Pero may mga inuna pa sila, no? Ilang days na lang. Akala ko nga kompleto kayo. Akala ko mag-expect ako ng 700 or ano. Pero wala. Nasa 140 lang yung nag-attend. Iba pa rin kasi class ang discussion kapag narinig nyo in the first hand sa boss sa bibig ko, 'di ba? Mas pangit kasi yung ano, 'di ba, yung okay naman yung sa ano, yung sa recorded, pero iba pa rin yung ano class. Minsan sabi nila ay malayo pa. Hindi nila alam na wala na pala silang time. Okay? So medyo ano, weekend, okay? So kaya nga wag kayo mag ano class, wag mag-chill-chill. Nabigla ako, sabi ko 140 ang natira. Sabado pa naman, ay Sabado, no? Okay, so kaya nga, temptation yan eh. Gusto mo pumasa or gusto mo tawag nito? Mag-chill-chill, di ba? Later on na kayo mag-beach or mag-ano class kasi makabuang backboard, okay, di ba? So akala kasi ng iba is medyo malayo pa, no? Sige, wag na lang. Tingnan mo yan after 1 week before the board exam, lahat ng santo tatawagin nila yan, 'di ba? Okay, lahat ng santo, sir, magklase ka kahit ayaw ko na, 'di ba? 'Di ba? Ganon 'yun yung mga estudyante class. Kung saan yung ano doon na sila mag double time. Okay? So dapat 1 week before the board exam is ano na kayo? Wala na. Okay? Parang chill-chill na lang, 'di ba? Okay, so yan. Okay, so again, number 11. Okay, number 11, si ano naman? Simon Lance Gilbert, number 11. Okay, wala? Okay, si
Sir,
Hanilu. Okay, si Lance muna, then after that si Hanilu. Okay, Gilbert, go ahead.
an offense involves a maximum impossible penalty of prison correctional. Where would the prosecutor generally file the information? Municipal trial court, sir.
Okay, so very good. So ang sagot natin dyan, that is the Municipal Trial Court or the MTC kasi nga, kasi ano yung kaso niya o ano yung kanyang penalty? That is prison correctional. Okay, so again, master niyo yung ano, diba, Pitima Court, ame. Okay, so again, that is Municipal Trial Court. Actually, class, mastery talagang ginawa natin. Ito talaga yung pag-construct ng question sa board exam. Ginawa lang, hindi ko lang nilagyan ng choices, di ba? Okay, so again, that is the Municipal Trial Court, di ba? So ang gagaling nyo nga, di ba? Nasagutan nyo kahit walang choices. So next, we have si Hanilu. Can you read number 12?
A municipal mayor was charged of an offense which was related to his office. Where would the prosecutor file the information? Sandigan Bayan po.
Okay, sige. What is your answer, class? A municipal mayor was charged of an offense which was related to his office. Where would the prosecutor file the information? Okay, ano sagot natin? For number 12. Okay, so that is Sandigan Bayan. Okay, Sandigan Bayan. Okay, tanong nyo, class, ang magkakandak ng preliminary investigation, yung mga cases involving yung mga offenses in relation to their office is the ombudsman or the office of the ombudsman. Then ipa-file niya ngayon, class, ang kaso sa Sandigan Bayan Court. So tanan nyo, hindi lahat ng mga officials belonging to the or exercising public functions ay papasok agad-agad sa SB. So tanan nyo lang yung SG na tinatawag natin, salary grade 27 up. Sa jurisdiction yan, ang salary grade 27 up, that is sa Sandigan Bayan. Okay, then of course, sa salary grade 27 below, okay, so ang may jurisdiction dyan, class, is that is the RTC. Okay, so yan. So Sandigan Bayan Court, class. Okay, so malaki ang sahod ni Mayor. Okay, diba? So yan, that is Sandigan. Ay, sorry, bakit yun? Naku, nawala. Okay, that is Sandigan Bayan Court. Okay, ngayon, class, sabihin natin, kapag magbigay ako ng scenario, ha, si Municipal Mayor, he is convicted dito sa Sandigan Bayan. Okay, saan siya magpa-file or siya na magpa-file ng appeal, syempre sa Supreme Court. How about naman kapag halimbawa, class, si Municipal Mayor, na-involve siya ngayon, class, sabihin natin, sa homicide case, not in relation to their office. Homicide case, so syempre ang maghahawak niyan is the Regional Trial Court, tama? Okay, ngayon saan niya ipa-file ang appeal kapag natalo siya sa Regional Trial Court? What is your answer? Okay, that's why. Okay, very good. So very important yung comprehension, class, or analyzation. Siyempre, ipa-file niya ang appeal doon sa CA or Court of Appeal since ang crime na nakomit niya is a regular crime. Nakuha ba? Okay, kasi ang iba dyan sa Sandigan Bayan, sir, kasi siya, tawag natin dito, yung, mayor siya or public officer siya. How about naman, class, nag-commit nga siya ng krimen, okay, in relation to his office, pero yung kanyang salary is salary grade 27 below. Okay, ngayon, he is convicted sa RTC, tama? Ngayon, saan niya ngayon i-file or saan niya ngayon mag-a-appeal ng kaso niya kasi convicted siya sa kanyang sa kaso niya in relation to his office sa RTC. Saan siya mag-a-appeal ngayon? Okay? Saan siya mag-a-appeal? Oh no, bakit mali kayo? Bakit hindi nyo alam to? O di ba nirasyo ko to last time? So syempre, i-appeal niya ang kaso niya sa Sandigan Bayan. Nakuha ba? Kasi nga in relation to his office, then ang salary grade niya is 27 below. Okay? Salary grade 27 below. Nakuha nyo ba? Kasi nga, pag tinanong sa board exam, what courts are co-equal? Equal class, si Sandigan Bayan Court at si Court of Appeals. That's why, kapag salary grade 27 below ang kanyang salary, kapag natalo siya sa RTC class, ipa-file niya ang appeal doon sa Sandigan Bayan. Naintindihan nyo? Kapag regular crime na nakomit niya, syempre, ipa-file niya ang appeal sa CA. Di ba, na-explain ko yan last time. Sabi ko that the CA, the Court of Appeals and Sandigan Bayan are co-equal. Meaning, pantayan sila. They are the third level court. Tama? Nag-gets nyo ba? Baka pagdating sa board exam, hindi nyo yan masagutan. Marami nagkakamali dyan, ha? Akala nila doon na yan sa agad sa CA. No. Salary grade 27 below, meaning class natalo siya sa RTC, i-apply niya ang appeal niya sa Sandigan Bayan. Dadaan pa rin siya sa Sandigan Bayan. Unless na lang, ang nakomit niya na crime is regular crime. So that's why i-appeal niya ang kaso niya sa CA, pero isa lang pa rin ang kanilang patutunguhan, class. Magkikita pa rin sila sa Supreme Court, di ba? Okay, so Supreme Court naman kasi is the last resort or the final resort natin. Okay, so that's why yun ang sequence, class, ha? Kasi nga sabihin natin, pero pag sa SB, pag sa grade 27 up, pwede po ba siya mag-appeal? Ano yung kanyang nakomit na crime? Sa grade 27 up. Lahat naman pwede mag-appeal, class. Basta regular crime, ang i-appeal niya doon sa CA kapag nahatulan siya sa RTC, i-appeal niya sa Sandigan Bayan. Okay? Kahit hindi salary grade 27 up ang kanyang sahod. Nag-gets siya ba? Okay, yung case niya, sir, is in relation to his office or authority po. Yes, yes. Ganito ulitin ko. Kapag in relation to his office, kapag salary grade 27 below, syempre ang una dyan magkakanak ng trial and hearing is the RTC. Kapag napatunayan na may sala siya, since salary grade 27 below ang kanyang salary or sahod in relation to his office sa kanyang crime na nakomit, so i-appeal niya ang kaso niya sa Sandigan Bayan Court pa rin. Nagets ba? Pero kapag ang kanyang kaso is na-commit niya is regular crime, sabihin natin homicide, syempre sa RTC ang kanyang unang magko-convict sa kanya or magta-trial and hearing. Then kapag convicted siya sa RTC, gusto niya i-appeal, i-appeal niya ang kaso niya ngayon sa Court of Appeals kasi nga regular crime ang na-commit niya. Nagets ba? Nagets? Okay na, okay na? Okay, kasi maraming nagbo-board exam na ganun, na hindi nila alam yung ganun class ha. Nagbo-board exam lang sila na alam nila kapag in relation to their office or halimbawa nag-corrupt yung isang official, automatic sandigan bayan, di ba? Ang worst pa, kapag magkakanta ko ng final coaching a day before the board exam, yun ang nila nalaman na may ganun pala. So how much more yung mga kalahati na nagtitake ng board exam na hindi nila alam yung ganun. Na-explain sa kanila yung definition ng Sandigan Bayan, RTC, lahat-lahat. Pero sa explanation is wala. Wala na sila. Medyo, ano yon. Okay, medyo, tawag nito, malayo sa katotohanan. So again, ulitin natin, kapag salary grade 27 up, tapos nakakommit siya ng crime in relation to his office, ipafile natin ang kaso sa Sandigan Bayan. While kapag he is a public officer and employee, then salary grade 27 and below, then nakakommit siya ng crime in relation to his office, ang may jurisdiction dyan is the RTC. Pero kapag yung public officer and employee nakakommit ng regular crime, ang ipafile ang kaso niya siyempre sa RTC kapag 6 years up yan. Then, mag-apply siya ng appeal sa Court of Appeals. Then, kapag in relation to his office, alam mo, nag-corrupt siya, then salary grade 27 and below, syempre, ipafile muna yan sa RTC. Then, kapag gusto niya i-appeal ang kaso niya, i-appeal niya sa Sandigan Bayan. Kapag po salary grade 27 up, tapos related to his office, saan pong mag-appeal? Siyempre, automatic yan. So, kapag salary grade 27 up, kapag related to his office ang crime na na-commit niya, ipa-file agad-agad ang kaso sa Sandigan Bayan. Kung gusto niya i-appeal, siyempre, pupunta na siya sa Supreme Court. Nag-gets niyo? Okay, ganun lang kasimple, class. Okay? So, para ano niya, para makita ninyo. Nag-gets ba? May question kayo? Or gusto niyo ng clarification? Comment down. Then, 5,000 agad. Hindi pa. Wala palang bayad yun. Okay, sige. Nag-gets na? Nag-gets? Okay na? Okay, sige. Akala ko may ano kayo. So ano yun, 5,000. Okay, next number. Kung wala na, so okay na yan. Balikan niyo ulit yung explanation na yun, class ha. Okay, next number 13. Okay, number 13 is Spaniola. Okay, Spaniola. Go ahead, number
Good
13.
evening po, sir.
Good
Good evening po,
evening.
sir.
Okay.
Who is the relevant party in criminal cases already filed in courts? People of the Philippines, sir.
Okay, so who is the real offended party in criminal cases already filed in courts? So that
People of the
is
Philippines.
POP or that is the people of the Philippines. Okay, di ba sa mga cases class, hindi nyo mabasa doon Cardo Dalisay versus Cardo Dalisoy. Di ba? Wala. Ang nakalagay doon, people of the Philippines versus sabi natin, Eric. Kasi nga class, kapag may nangyaring krimen sa bansa natin, it directly affects all. That's why kalaban mo ngayon ang Estado or ang state. Nakuha? So again, the real offended party in criminal cases, that is the people of the Philippines. Okay? Nakuha ba? Okay, next. Okay, next, number 14, Guri. Go ahead, number 14, please.
It is a sworn written statement charging a person of an offense subscribed by the offended party. Any police officer or public officer charged with the enforcement of the law violated. Complaint, sir.
Okay, what is your answer?
Complaint. complaint, sir.
Complaint. Okay, so again, pag nakita nyo yung word class na sworn written statement, ibig sabihin, sinumpa ang salaysay, charging a person of an offense subscribed by the OPP, offended party, peace officer, or any public officer charged with the enforcement of the law violated. Siyempre, ang sagot natin dyan, that is the complaint. Okay, tanda nyo sa complaint, that is the sworn written statement. Saan natin pinafile ang complaint? Sa prosecutor's office. Okay, so yan. Kung hindi nyo pa alam yan, bumalik kayo sa grade 2. Okay, di ba? Kasi yan ang unang-unang mga tanong pagdating sa board exam. Okay, Dares, go ahead. Number 15.
Magandang gabi, sir.
Uh,
It is an accusation in writing charging a person of an offense subscribed by the prosecutor and filed with the court. Information, boss? Ay, sir?
yes, boss. Okay, okay lang. Okay, sige. It is an accusation in writing. Okay lang yun. Di ba, tumawa kayo? Di ba? So, nag-light up yung ano natin. Okay, it is an accusation in writing, charging a person of an offense, subscribed by the prosecutor and filed it in the court. Siyempre, ang sagot natin dyan, that is the information. So again, ulitin natin, ang sagot natin dyan, that is information class. Kasi nga sabi niya dito, accusation in writing. Siyempre, ang nagsusubscribe dyan, class, is si prosecutor at pinafile natin yan sa korte. Tala nyo, class, ang complaint, sworn written statement or sinumpang salaysay, di ba? While ang information, an accusation in writing. Pinafile natin ang complaint sa sa prosecutor's office while ang information pinafile natin yan sa korte. Okay, next we have number 16. Number 16, sinong pwede? Sino to? Okay, De Vera, go ahead, number 16.
Really go vouch.
Yes, boss. Okay, number 16.
It is one where must be a previously instituted civil action which involved an issue similar or intimately related to the issue raised subsequent action and the resolution of such determines whether or not the criminal action may proceed. Prejudicial question po, sir.
Okay, what is your answer? Bakit may nakaunang ano? Okay, sabi niya dito, it is one where must be a previously instituted civil action which involves an issue similar or intimately related to the issue raised in subsequent action, and the resolution of such determines whether or not the criminal action may push through. Ang sagot natin dyan for number 16 is there is a prejudicial question. Okay, talaga class, pag sinabi nating prejudicial question class, di ba general rule dapat kailangan muna i-trial and hearing ang criminal case, di ba? Pero syempre, kapag may prejudicial question, uunahin muna i-trial and hearing ang civil case. Whatever the result of the civil action or the civil case, it must determine whether or not the criminal case may proceed or may push through. Ibig sabihin, nakadepende yan sa desisyon or sa result ng civil action, kung mananalo ba siya or hindi, to determine or to push through yung criminal cases. Okay? Ang sagot natin dyan for number 16 is the prejudicial question. Okay, next, number 17, Labustro. Number 17, please. Sino yon? Ipaki-off ng microphone. Okay, hindi naman sila Bustro nagsasalita. Okay, ano na lang, Dares. Dares, number 17, pakibasa.
Sa boss,
yes.
it is an inquiry or proceeding to determine the existence of prima facie evidence with reasonable certainty of conviction. What is this, PI, sir? Well,
okay, so again, that is the PI or the preliminary investigation. Siyempre, ang requirement natin ngayon, class, so PI is required yung sa 6-1 natin, class, 6 years and 1 day without regard to fine. So, kailangan natin, class, is the reasonable certainty of conviction. Meaning, dapat, on the evidence at hand, dapat ma-convince mo yon ang prosecutor based on your documentary. We have the testimonial and, of course, the object evidence, which is capable of being preserved or being presented in court. So again, that is preliminary, para mas solid ang foundation. So again, that is preliminary investigation. Okay? Next, Labustro.
Yes, Coach.
Number 18. Sige.
Ngayon, Coach,
Okay, number 18. Paki, ano?
it is the taking of person of custody so that he may be bound to answer for commission of an offense. Arrest po, sir.
Okay, so again, anong sagot natin? Number
Arrest po,
18.
arrest.
Okay, so number 18, it is taking. Siyempre, that is arrest. Okay, pag sinabi natin arrest, ano yun? Ano yung sinisignify ng arrest? Okay, that is the actual restraint. Okay, meaning class, yung kanyang liberty is, ano natin? Kumbaga, he is under, limited ang kanyang liberty. So again, the taking of person into custody so that he may be bound to answer for the commission of an offense, that is an arrest. Okay, so apprehension. Next, number 19. Sinong next natin na magbabasa dito? Versabal, number 19, please. Hanggang 20 lang tayo muna class, then i-continue natin kasi medyo malamig na yung pagkain namin eh. Natatawag na pala si Ma'am. Okay, number 19. I-continue natin kasi
Number
Sabado naman
19.
ngayon.
Number 19. What do you call a person tasked to implement the warrant of arrest?
Okay, so
Arresting
what do
officer.
you call a person tasked to implement the warrant of arrest? What is your answer? Ano sagot niyo, boss? A peace officer? Siyempre, arresting officer. Bakit peace officer? Okay, again, ang sagot natin dyan, that is the arresting officer. Sir, okay lang ba police? Police, no. Very generic. Arresting officer. Siyempre, police yun, di ba? Okay, so again, that is an arresting officer. Next, number 20. Kuya Awon.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Number 20, when is the proper time to make an arrest? Anytime, sir.
Okay, so when is the proper time? Meaning that is any time of the day or night. Okay, again, ulitin natin. So when is the proper time to make an arrest? Siyempre, that is any time of the day or night. Yan ang nakalagay sa ano natin kasi, that is any time of the day or night. Kahit anong oras yan. Okay, sige, i-proceed na lang natin sa 25 para konti na lang mamaya, medyo. Okay, next, number 21. Okay, so ako muna magbabasa ng 21 to 25. Ay, Hanilo na lang para hindi ako magpagod. Okay, 21.
During the preliminary investigation, the prosecutor found that there is no prima facie evidence with reasonable certainty of conviction. What document or documents would he prepare? Mr. Motion
Okay.
Coach.
Anong sagot niyo? Sabi niya dito, there is no prima facie evidence with reasonable certainty of conviction. What document or documents would he prepare? Okay, so syempre dalawa yan, di ba? Ano? The information and resolution. Okay, so again, resolution. So again, ang sagot natin dyan is resolution class. Okay, kapag hindi niya nakitaan na walang reasonable certainty of conviction, ibig sabihin yan is gagawa siya ng resolution, meaning to dismiss the case. Kapag nakitaan niya, syempre magpa-file siya ng information sa korte. Okay, so again, that is resolution. Ano yung case build-up, coach? Nandun yan sa explanation natin sa sa procedure. Balikan nyo na lang yung pero i-explain ko sa inyo ulit yung rule ng preliminary investigation, yung sa mga case build-up para mas maintindihan ninyo. Bukas siguro. Okay, next, number 22. Pakibasa ulit sinong pwede dito kanina? Torrejos, number 22. Then si Cuando, number 23. Okay, 22. Okay, so again, number 22. Wala. Okay, Bersabal, pakibasa.
Number 22, during the preliminary investigation, the prosecutor found that there is prima facie evidence with reasonable certainty of conviction. What document or documents would be?
Okay, so number 22, during the preliminary investigation, the prosecutor found that there is a prima facie evidence with reasonable certainty of conviction. What document or documents would he prepare? So dalawang kanyang documents na i-prepare dyan, information and resolution. Okay, again, for question number 22, ang sagot natin dyan is the information and, of course, the resolution. Okay, next, number 23. Ako muna magbabasa. So, how many days pala to, bakit kulang? Okay, so how many days are given to the respondent so that he could prepare his counter affidavit? Okay, mali pag one lang, sir. Yes, dapat ano yan? Dalawa, information and resolution. Okay, so next again, number 23. So how many days are given to the respondent so that he could prepare his counter affidavit? Ilang days ang binibigay? Okay, the answer is, okay, so they're given 10 days to respond. Okay, so again, that is 10 days ang sagot natin dyan. Okay, number 24 for Yawon. Can you read number 24, please?
Number 24. It is the security given for the release of a person in custody of the law. Bail, sir?
Okay, bail. Okay, so again, bail, that is the security given for the release of a person into custody of law. Okay, so pag sinabi nating, pag sinabi nating bail, that is the security given. Pag sinabi naman bond, ano yung tanda nyo doon? What is bond? That is the obligation. Ibig sabihin, yun yung obligation mo na bayaran mo. Okay, so that is, kaya nga tinawag natin na bail bond. Okay, so bail is the security given, bond is your obligation. Okay, number 25, Honey Lou, can you read number 25? Before tayo class, kumain for tonight. 25.
When the offense is not punishable by reclusion perpetua or life imprisonment, it is said that bail is a matter of right.
Okay, thank you. So when the offense is not punishable by reclusion perpetua or life imprisonment, it is said that the bail is, syempre, anong sagot natin dyan? Okay, a matter of right. Okay, so again, bail is a matter of right kapag that is not punishable by reclusion perpetua or life imprisonment. Okay? So ang mag-break muna tayo. So i-end ko muna yung class. We will come back at 8:30. Okay? So tatapusin natin yung 100 items ngayon since Sabado naman. Para bukas Sunday makarest kayo. Baka ma-over kayo class, ma-overstock. Okay, joke. Ano yun? Ma-overflow. Ano yun? Parang kape. Okay, so kain muna din. Babalik tayo using class, use same link ang natin. Bukas mag-rest kayo bukas, 'di ba? Okay. So yan. Mag-rest kayo bukas. 8:30 tayo class. Okay, ma-overhang. Okay, so babalik kayo. Ang hindi babalik, babagsak yan sa board exam. Okay, sige, stop share ko muna, then we will come back at 8:30.